37. 26 knots down the angle. 106 to interval is a rhino at 5. Good. 07 on glide path on course 1 mile. Good. 07 on glide path on course.
In mid-September of 2009, US President Barack Obama held a meeting with his most senior military and intelligence officials regarding developments in the search for a high-value target in Somalia. The target was an insurgent leader called Saleh Ali Saleh Naban, who had been the subject of a decade-long international manhunt for his connection in the 1998 attacks against the US embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, and the 2002 attempted downing of an Israeli passenger plane and later attack on an Israeli hotel. Describing the hunt for Naban, author Daniel Klaidman states, "He'd stayed mostly in heavily populated areas where the risk of casualties, either to civilians or American soldiers, was too great to launch any kind of raid. But now it looked like they had a narrow window of opportunity they'd been hoping for." During the meeting, President Obama was informed that Naban had finally been tracked down, with intelligence indicating that he was to travel as part of a 2-vehicle convoy from Mogadishu to Barawi, where he would meet with other insurgent commanders. Based on this information, the President gave authorization for a precision airstrike to take place against the convoy, and on the morning of the 14th of September 2009, a US Marine Corps Harrier was dispatched to conduct the airstrike. However, as the Harrier made its approach, a malfunction occurred which prevented it from dropping its payload, and the aircraft was forced to return to base, having been unable to carry out the mission. As a result, the secondary backup option for taking out Naban was immediately given the green light. Codenamed Operation Celestial Balance, this option was to be executed by American Navy SEALs of the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, also known as SEAL Team 6, who were to carry out a daylight air assault on the convoy. Tasked with airlifting the SEALs into Somalia and providing air cover throughout the operation were to be 4 AH-6 Little Bird gunships and 4 MH-60L Black Hawk helicopters, all of which belonged to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment. At a moment's notice, this task group took off at midday on the 14th of September from a US Navy warship in the Indian Ocean. Unfortunately, the name and type of the warship involved in Celestial Balance hasn't been disclosed to the public, although it is likely to have been the USS Bataan amphibious assault ship, which was operating in the Indian Ocean in September of 2009 and was the only US naval vessel in the region capable of staging the 8 helicopters. From the warship, the American task group flew out in the direction of Somalia, and at around 1300 it arrived over the small village of Robo, from where the group got eyes on the enemy convoy. Flying into the target area, the Little Bird gunships carried out strafing runs on the 2 vehicles, which, having had their engines obliterated by the AH-6s, slowly rolled to a complete stop a short distance down the road. Seconds later, the Black Hawks touched down nearby, enabling the Navy SEALs to disembark and secure their objective. Once on the ground, the SEALs conducted a short but thorough search of the 2 vehicles, during which they were able to positively identify Saleh Naban, who had been killed during the opening strafing runs. An additional 3 insurgents were also found killed inside the trucks, having met the same fate as their leader. With the primary target neutralised, the bodies of Naban and the 3 other insurgents were moved onto one of the Black Hawks prior to the SEALs re-embarking and exfiltrating out from the area. By late afternoon on the 14th of September 2009, the American task group had returned to the US warship, thus bringing a successful conclusion to Operation Celestial Balance.